Tell me what you want, tell me what you like, tell me what you need. Tell me what you want, tell me what you like, tell me what you need.
So why do good girls like bad guys? I have this question for a real
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
A lot of guys will come and ask me, oh, how do you know if a girl not feeling you? Easy. Let's think about it. Women are very emotional creatures. We be on body, okay? When we like somebody, we're on body. If she's not on your body, what's that mean?
Yeah.
She's on somebody else's
body. She was a, yeah.
You're the backup guy. And 9
side.
times out of 10, you the good dude. You the good dude. You the good dude, and he's the dude. But you just filling the void to where Marquavius don't.
Exactly.
So you hear when Marquavius acting up.
Well, he acting up. She need a little reassurance. She want a little love.
She want to feel the little pieces of Marquavius now, because she gonna tell her, you so beautiful, Marquavius. Don't tell her that.
He just lay it
come
down
home
right.
and bust the boonies down, and then go back home to the real home.
To the real home. Nah, that's insane.
These women don't want a good man, and you know that. Being a good dude means nothing to them.
Okay, Jay, how would they know you a good dude if you don't talk to them?
How? They know. Just like they know when they see a hood dude. So that's what I'm gonna be. I'm a hood dude. With plenty of kids, a felon, no job, and I stay with moms. And guess what, B? Every woman that I came in contact with, I smashed. B, I smashed. Easy. Just by saying that.
Okay, now, Jayla, now you doing entirely too much.
How am I doing too much, B? It's either I do that or I be celibate. And I'm straight on being celibate. I need me.
Wait, hold up. You telling me you do all that just to get some sex?
Exactly. I got needs, just like you got needs. And these women, man, they don't want to sleep with no good dude. Good men have to pay and beg her. These nothing ass dudes smash. Because in her mind, that's the only thing that he can offer.
Okay, Jay, now you lying. We want a good man. What you talking about?
That's right, they do. So tell me this, B, if that's true, then why y'all can't find them? I mean, they all around you.
Yo, what's going on, man? That's crazy. Those two videos are crazy, man. Wow, let's get into it. Before I say anything, I want to say these are just my opinions. Wow, they're talking about good guy, bad guy situation. So I want to say, first off, I believe women want a good guy. Women definitely want a good guy. But with saying that, you have to say that women want safety. Women place safety above everything else. Like when it comes to family, their kids, their job, anything that they do, they place safety above everything. And when you think about it, when you think about dating, the good guy resonates as safe. Because you have to remember that the good guy is going to say the right things. He's going to conduct himself in a good manner. He's gonna put off this energy and this vibe that he is good. You don't have to worry about me. Everything is safe when I'm here. And that's what I believe that females want. Females want, they want a safe environment. But I also think that you need a little bit of the bad guy. You need a little bit of the bad guy to balance everything out. Because after months and months of giving me roses, you're telling me I'm amazing, you're telling me you're beautiful, you're clingy, it starts to get mundane. And that really means there's no excitement no more. This is week to week, month to month, year to year. It's the same thing. And I really do think that women need a little friction. And if you don't give women that little friction, that little excitement, then they'll find that excitement for themselves.
That's the reason why I'm fucking somebody else.
Or they'll start, arguing with you to get some type of rise out of you.
Allow y'all to get verbally aggressive with us. We like that shit from time to time. We do. We like when we make y'all mad and y'all get all crazy and shit and be calling us with that old stupid shit. We like that type of shit.
Get some type of excitement. So I do think you need both. You need some good and you need some bad. And that's not saying a lot, but it is what it is, because no excitement is really boring, and anybody who gets bored, seeks out something new. You can only do so many things, and you're gonna get bored, right? Let me give you an example. Take a lake. Take a lake. The water is peaceful. The water is not disturbed. The water is peaceful. Everything at the lake is peaceful. The fish swimming in the lake, they're peaceful. The turtles, everything is at peace. And then all of a sudden a bad boy comes by. He comes running through the water. Now everything is chaos. In that example, I want you to realize that the lake is the female, and she's bored, and the bad guy who's running through the lake is, disrupting everything. So now there's excitement going on. There's something to talk about, and I think that's what most women want, man. They just don't want to be bored to death. They want a good guy, but they want some excitement with it. Let me give you another example. Take a female that's watching a movie. Maybe her girlfriend told her that, this movie is good, you got to check it out. So she's checking out this movie. 10 minutes into the movie, she's like, this movie is dry. This movie is boring. And she watches for another 10 minutes and it's the same thing. This movie is dry. This movie is really boring. So now she's bored to death. And now she wants some excitement. So she grabs her cell phone and she's going through social media to entertain herself. In that example, the movie is the good guy he's just giving you the same thing week to week, month to month. And the cell phone would be the bad guy who's going to bring some type of excitement into your life. I just think that you need to be, as a man, you need to be not afraid to mix it up. Not afraid to mix it up. For example, if you guys love seafood restaurants and there's like 5 seafood restaurants that you guys go to as a couple or whatever, and the last 5 times you went to her favorite seafood restaurant, it's okay to say, hey, listen, tonight we're going to a different seafood restaurant. And stand on that. Stand on that.
Hey, come here. Look at me. Hey, look at me. What'd I say? No. Come here. Look at me. Hey, look at me. No. Come here. Look at me. Hey, look at me. What'd I say? What? No. Come here. Look at. Hey. Look at. You want to get. You want to. No.
Be firm with it. You're not depriving her from food. You're still going out and having a good time. You're still going on a date. You're still doing date night. You're still doing all those things. It's just that you made a decision that you're going to go here. Now, you disrupted what you usually do. She thought she was going to get her way and go to the same restaurant, but you chose to stand up and mix things up and go a different way. That's a good example. Now, I'm saying be good to your girl and treat your girl right. Now, with that being said, I also have to say that I'm assuming that you're a man and you're checking all the boxes and you're providing and you're saving money and you're teaching your woman and you're watching the kids and you're doing all the things you need to be doing, and you're the head of the house. It's so important to realize that you have to be doing those things. You have to be checking those boxes in order to get this type of control. And when you do that, when you make a decision that you're going to do this, you have to stand on that. Stand on that, because it is what it is. I'm going to give you an example of how you kind of mix things up. So when I was dating let's see, maybe some years ago, I was on a date and I got to the restaurant first. And she came in, I stood up, I pulled back her seat, and I told her, I said, "You're beautiful." And that was the good guy. That was the good guy. So she said, "Oh, you're just saying that." So then here comes the bad guy. The bad guy looked around and said, "Hey, everybody, ain't she fine?" And she was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you did that. Sit down, sit down." So in that instance, I gave her good guy and I gave her excitement. And weeks and weeks after that, she was still talking about how I did that in the restaurant. But that's just an example. I'll give you one more example. Years and years ago, it was the Super Bowl. It was Super Bowl time. And I was seeing this young lady, and she was like, "Where are we going to watch the Super Bowl? Where are we going to watch the Super Bowl?" And I say, "Don't worry about it. I got it." So at that time in my life, I had a lot of friends that had restaurants. And one of my friends, his restaurant was, he was having some work done to the restaurant, so he wasn't open for the Super Bowl. And I coordinated with him to use his restaurant. So I also coordinated with him to use one of his food service workers. So now we're at Super Bowl and we're going to this empty restaurant, and me and my date are inside of this restaurant by ourselves, and there's this big TV and we're watching the Super Bowl. And she's amazed. She's like, "This is different. This is different. How did you do this?" And I said, "Well, I just did it." So then the food service worker comes out, and she brings out the finger foods, chicken wings, the nuggets, cheese sticks, and all this stuff. And my date was just ecstatic. She was like, "This is crazy. This is different." And that's just another example. But you have to really not be afraid to take charge and spice things up. That's the only way I believe that everything is gonna, continue forever. Now, a lot of people talk about the sex in a relationship. So when it comes to the sex in a relationship, it's just like everything I just said. You have to mix it up. You have to mix it up. You can't do the same thing. You can't do the same thing. You can't say the same thing. You have to mix it up. You have to mix it up. And you have to get creative. You have to think outside the box, and you have to be spontaneous. Be spontaneous, man. Mix it up. Now, whatever you did this month, you need to throw that out. You need to bring in something different for the next month, man. Be spontaneous. Surprise your lady. Keep her guessing what's next. And you'll never be boring. You can be the good guy and you can be the bad guy. Because at any given moment, she doesn't know what you're going to do. And when your lady says, if your lady says, "You know what, you're crazy. You are really crazy," that's a sign that you're on the right path. She's not saying that she's scared crazy of you. She's just saying that you're crazy, and she loves it. It's a compliment. Going back to the video when the guy said that he's a hood dude, he's telling the females that he's got a felon, he stays with his mom, he's got kids, he ain't got no job, and he's saying that every girl he's told that story to that he's had sex with. That's crazy. That is crazy. Like, those women, I'm assuming they were bored to death. Bored to death. That's like a female dating an inmate that's locked up or something. Just it's just, I don't know. It's like you went there to get what you needed because you couldn't find it nowhere else. It's crazy. It's crazy. But My opinion is that you need to be a good guy and you need to be bad guy. And you need to know when it's time to be a good guy and when it's time to be a bad guy. And I'm not saying that no way, no fashion, no how, no nothing. I'm not saying nothing about being rough with your lady. I'm just saying do not let your relationship become mundane. You always have to keep some excitement in your relationship. All right, I'm out of here. Peace.
Tell me what you want.